What's up, everybody? BDF 44 coming at you another video. Alright, so I gotta update the takeoff video, of course, because all that information was not right. But I'm sure you guys probably expected that because I told y'all that I did not look into it. I just saw that he had died and they had said where he had passed, and that was not real information. Atlanta was not where it happened. It was in Houston. About, from what I understand, like 20 minutes away from Mo 3 was killed. And it had something to do with a dice game, unfortunately. 2 a.m. in the morning, guys getting into it over fighting, over whatever took place in that moment in the dice game. So, um, yeah, just like I predicted, there was some type of footage found. I ain't looked for it, but it's going around. But I just wanted to update the information. Obviously, everything I was talking about was way away from what the reality of their circumstance was, and I'm okay with that. Sometimes it's just necessary to speak and get the message out there, even if it don't necessarily connect to what's being talked about. What was on my heart, I feel, needs to be heard. So laugh a little bit, like, wow, that guy had the worst information, then keep listening because there's some real stuff on there. But at the point is, um, his life was lost in something senseless, and that's yet another one of those tales of just we got to choose wiser. You know, nothing good's happening at 2:30 in the morning dice game when a bunch of people running around liquored up, high, in mid 20s in one cluster, and it's a lot of money involved. Everybody's watching everybody. It's easy to see how things could go left very quickly, and it's been going left in these clusters since the beginning of time. It don't matter what era, it don't matter what group, it don't matter what's going on. If you got that element in place, it's gonna be some problems. And so it's just like we just gotta do better. You know, all of us, everyone has to just understand that certain things welcome certain scenarios. So we got to try to limit those possibilities in those scenarios by trying to limit certain things. And that's really what it comes down to. I think that's about as broad of an understanding as possible. Anybody and everybody can relate to that to some degree, I believe. But just in detail, dice games, stuff like that. Money's flashing. People, those, you know how those things go. There's no security around 9 out of 10 times, and that's what it really comes down to. You just gotta have security, man. If you're gonna be involved in something like that, you're a high profile person, you got to have people next to you that know what they are doing. You know, that's the bottom line. You gotta have people that know what they're doing, not just your homies, not just, you know, somebody that you know from around the way. If they ain't trained to protect you, then it's probably not even best to consider them security. You know, that's what comes to mind now that I'm listening to what's being floated around. I don't know what's true, so I ain't gonna even. But what I will say is, you just gotta be careful who you allow around you. You gotta be careful what energy you allow yourself to engage in. You know, I've had situations myself where I thought I was getting in a confrontation with one person and got sucker punched by somebody I didn't see. And the only reason why I didn't see that person was because I was too drunk and too high to be cognizant of my surroundings or even cognizant of the energy I was putting out. So it's like that taught me a lesson that, like, it's not just about what you see in front of you. It's not just about what you're feeling, you getting it out. It's about you understanding that you're not in control of the environment. You need to be humble to that. We seen that movie with many people in the past, so they lose their lives because they want to be aggressive and angry, and you just never see it coming. Next thing you know, somebody out from the side is protecting their friend, or, you know, taking advantage of the chaos. And it's like we just got to understand that those chaotic moments, the devil will seep right in there. You know what I'm saying? The devil will seep right in there and snatch your life from you while that chaos is taking place. We've seen it a million times on this earth. So as I said, we just, got to limit those scenarios by trying to stay out of those situations and just be wise that if you jump in them situations that you are welcoming those scenario possibilities. Don't be confused by that. A lot of bad things can happen when you do certain things, and we know what those things are at this point. Especially if you live a certain lifestyle, you know what those things are. You know what I'm saying? I tell you right now, if I'm in that situation, I already know something like that can happen. I've been in an after hours spot at 2:30 in the morning. You know something like that can happen. You're welcoming certain energy. Now, that doesn't mean that you go there for that. You obviously don't go there for that. And most of the time, when you handle those situations, you walk away. You'll be, most of the time when you're in those environments, it's a good time. But something like that can happen. So it's like I just understand it now as I get older. I don't welcome those things. You ain't gonna never see me in those spots no more, because I'm wise to understand that I only get to make certain mistakes once. All you gotta do is be there one time when it goes left, and then that's it. So don't be there. That's what I've learned. It ain't worth it to be there, especially when you got a lot to lose. It's one of the most talented people on the planet. Gone. For what? This is obviously for nothing. So it's one of those situations. It's like, all right, the only thing we can really do is learn from it. Just like we learn from every other situation that's come our way lately. We see situations, and then we apply what we learn from it. So now we know. Once again, 2:30 in the morning, dice game. You're asking for stuff like this to be possible. It's just as simple and plain. You're asking for stuff like this to be possible. So it is what it is, man. Sending obvious condolences and warm energy to his family. I'm not cold to this, you know what I mean? But it's just one of the situations where it's like I'm saddened by the understanding that we can lose our lives in senseless ways because we, just want to have a good time, want to do whatever it is we want to do in our lives, and it just end like that. So, condolences to the Migos family, QC, Takeoff's family, everybody who loved him, Prayers obviously out to you guys. BF44, thank you all for watching. I'm out.